Okay, now we're officially live.
We are?
We are, and you know what? I shouldn't hit the live button because I know you're in the process of trying to get stuff over because we had to
What?
restart.
What the heck, dude? Anyways, guys, happy to have you here at Happy Hour with us. It's Tracy's birthday. Let me put my hat on. See the hat happening. Woohoo! It's a party. What do you got over there, Tracy? How are you celebrating your special day?
I'm having a great day, but I just want to put a comment in because, okay, so try again. Okay, because we had a little bit of a snafu. I've had a great day, Dawn. I like really have. I'm enjoying some more of my birthday cake. You probably can't. Well, you see the big cake in front of you, but then I have this. Can you see this?
I
Yummy.
guess yeah.
Okay,
It's coming through.
so I eat this really bizarre diet, grain-free, sugar-free, all kinds of stuff. And so this is the grain-free, sugar-free donuts with maple glaze and bacon. Oh.
Oh, maple glaze and bacon. You could put that on a cardboard box and it would taste good. So,
It really would. And so that was how I started my day. I started my day with my best friends and all my godchildren, not all my godchildren, but three of them on the banging on the door, singing happy birthday, bringing me bacon maple donuts. My mom spoiled me like I was a little kid all over again, and it was just really good. So we need to make sure people can see us because I know we had a little technical snafu. If you guys are here with us, leave a comment. Let me know you're here. We're gonna have a party today. This is kind of a special deal, Dawn. You know that, right?
it is a very special deal. And guys, if you have never been at Happy Hour before, then I have to explain to you that Tracy, in all of the years of her life, all the 21 magnificent years, she has never worked on her birthday. She's never gone to school on her birthday. She had a very sweet mother who let her know that this day was so incredibly precious and special, she should never do anything not fun. However, Happy Hour is fun, so not really work. Not really work. And who else would you want to spend your birthday with, Tracy, than the Happy Hour crew?
So I've got bacon glazed donuts in my mouth. It's so true. My mom is hilarious. Like, I'm surprised she's not on these hangouts with us, Dawn, because she loves, she loves this sort of stuff. And she made it my national holiday. And so I've never ever, like, no joke, every year that I had a corporate job, I took a vacation. I've never worked a day in my 21 years ever. I just, my 8-year-old goddaughter Lily this morning said, with her hand on her hip and her legs crossed like an adult, and she said, T, she calls me T, T, when you love what you do, it's not work, it's fun, and I know you love what you do. And I was like, high five, Lily, that's right. So anyway, it was really cute. It was cute to hear her say that.
Very sweet. Tracy, I have to turn off these backgrounds. It's too distracting for me. I'm going to be like ADDing out the whole thing if I don't get rid of at least my own background is very distracting.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the background too. The backgrounds are bad. So let's.
And if you guys suffer from that sort of thing too, easily distractible, then you'll be glad we got rid of them too.
So I'm gonna leave my hat on though.
Fine, we'll leave the hats on. It is a party, and I'm gonna have a beer. Cheers, guys! Happy birthday, Tracy.
This is so crazy. I haven't drank in months. I'm not a drinker, but this is a gluten-free beer, and I chilled it just for my birthday party with you guys. So I hope you're enjoying a cocktail or an ice water or a fruit juice or whatever. Normally I have my big giant water, which I do right here, and my bacon donut. So I'm excited, Dawn. I am so excited.
I'm excited too. So before Happy Hour, I sent out an email. I sent it. I commandeered both Tracy's and my email because it's her birthday, and I wanted to, I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we were doing some special stuff for her birthday. So as you guys know, we just launched our Inner Circle a little while ago, and so what we had decided is that as part of the Inner Circle, that's when we're going to do the hot seats because those have become wildly popular, and they really are like a free coaching session. Like, it's not very often that you can just take your lead capture page or take your Facebook ad and have somebody who knows what they're doing look at it and tell you what to change and how to make it better. That normally isn't for free, but we're going to do that today for anybody who has hit reply to that email. I'm going to do as many as we can. It's only an hour, so depending on how many we get through. And also, if you got the email, you know that I'm going to be giving away a lovely course. It's called Online MLM Fusion.
Oh,
Tracy
you
didn't
are?
know this before. Yeah, Tracy didn't know.
I didn't get the email. Aw, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I wanted to let people know that if you were going to be here live with us, and you have to be here live if you're catching the replay, it's too late. It's already been given out. Um, Online MLM Fusion is a course I put together about blogging. And so if blogging is something that you wanted to get into, then that course is very comprehensive. And actually, I just uploaded, I think, 30 new videos on WordPress. 30 new videos. So
Don, you are amazing.
yeah, so I'm going to be giving that away to some lucky happy hour, who's here with us live today, who leaves you a super heartfelt, awesome happy birthday message in the comments.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I'm so excited. You know what? I'm so excited about this hot seat because just today, I'm sorry, I'm eating bacon. Bacon is good on everything. If you love bacon, put it in the comments because bacon's good.
I
Anyway,
wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. I want so badly to be a vegetarian, but bacon keeps pulling me back.
bacon is. Okay, so just this morning, I could not keep myself away. You know, like I said, normally I don't work, but I couldn't stay away from our inner circle mastermind. And we had one of our members, Lori, who was doing just, I mean, I'm just so excited. I was telling my husband today about, I think Lori's going to blow up. But Lori put one of her Facebook ads, right? She put an ad, and I literally helped her rewrite her sales copy. And like, my husband was like, really? Isn't that like something that should be like in the VIP only? And I was like, probably, but that's just how Don and I roll. The mastermind is, you know, you get more than you pay for. So we were talking today, and I'm like, Don, let's do a little bit more. It's my birthday. I feel happy. My mom like bought me like 30 outfits. Like you'd think I was 10 the way my mom showed up today. It's crazy. Like, so we just are generous. So
High five, Mama. That's so cool.
high five, mama. So all right, Don. So we're going to do this party. We're going to get going. We're going to get some people. Did they have to reply to the email, or is it going to be in the? How's that working?
If you are here right now, then go ahead and leave. If you have like a lead capture page, if you have a Facebook ad, you can actually just take a screenshot of it and post it into the comments on the 22 social page. So underneath the video, you can do that. But I have one. Actually, Ginny submitted us a lead capture page that she would like us to take a look at. So we're going to go with Ginny first, if that is cool with everybody here. And you can't tell me that that's cool, so I'm going to assume it is.
Everybody here, you and me, and so that's true.
Here. Well, that's not true. We got our peeps. Let's see who's here. I didn't even check to make sure that I made this live correctly.
Oh, Carol is here, and Tim is here. Tim's been on the hot seat. We had fun, Tim. Leslie, who is in Longmont, just up the street. It's a little bit more than just up the street, but it's just up the street. As a matter of fact, Don, that last Friday when we talked on the phone, I was in Longmont using the bathroom at Starbucks.
Delightful.
Delightful. Ginny is here. Carol loves our hats. Cindy is here. My girl Cindy. Who else do we have here? I know Belissa's here because I saw her chime in. All right.
Cool. Well, as long as we know we are live, then we can hop into the hot seat. So guys, keep in mind, I have not seen this. Traci has not seen it, and we're just going to do our best to flow goodness onto this. Ooh, this is pretty. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen with y'all. All right, we are jumping right into the hot seat, and Ginny, you are it. So my first impression is I really like these colors. I feel very, yeah, I like this. I like this page overall. How about you, Traci?
I do too. I think the green's really good, and then that image that has that artsy stuff. That's really, I like that.
Yeah. Now, where I think that you could improve is the font, the top font where it says 5 tools to create eye-catching images to tell your brand story. I think anytime that you use like a handwriting font, a cursive font is harder to read, and I would never recommend using it in a headline for that reason. What do you think, Traci?
Yeah, that was actually the first thing. Besides the really cool, awesome colors, that was the thing that popped out. You want to make it really easy to read, right, Ginny? Like, it's my birthday, and I'm still really young, allegedly. Although, like, my mom,
12.
my mom called me out about, like, how many years ago today she was, had her first baby. I'm like, seriously, you got to call me out? Anyway, I don't care. But, sometimes we need these glasses to read, and so you want to make it easy, like, for old eyes and young eyes. So I think
Indeed.
the bigger and bright, the better.
Yeah, and so the next thing So 5 tools to create eye-catching images to tell your brand story. I like I like that, but it's a little bit long. I would probably break it up and say um, five. I would say five, and then use a descriptive word like amazing, right? Incredible. 5 incredible tools to create eye-catching images, and then down where it says free tools, um, I'd say something like let images tell your brand story. I'd
Yeah,
break it up.
I agree, and it could you could even use a descriptive word like simple. I mean, it depends
Yeah.
who you're targeting, right? If you're targeting somebody, in the descript like the big words like amazing, incredible, revolutionary tools, you could use stuff like that. I mean, think descriptive, right? Marketing, our messages, our words are what sell, right? So think about those powerful words, but you could use simple, you could use easy. I think of some other words. It just I agree, Don, 100%.
Yeah. And I would probably take out learn to, because like just from a psychology type standpoint, people when they feel like they are going to have to learn how to do something, I would probably change that to discover how you can, or take it out altogether and just say create images your audience will love. Or you know what I mean? How to create images your audience will love. So that the other thing too is like Ginny, if you created this image right here, I would probably recommend the same thing. You could still use like a crazy font, but this one in particular is very flowery kind of and a little bit hard to read. So if you could change that to a little bit more, like even if it's like one of those artsy, like it looks like a paintbrush font or something like that on this image, because I like the colors of it. It
You know what you
definitely stands out.
that one, Don, is you could do like you could leave the middle eye catching. You could leave that with the script, and then you could make the font above it and below it more of a block type lettering, like to break it up too. And that's
Mm.
a great way to incorporate the script writing into things. I love the script font, but like Don said, sometimes it can be challenging. So you can use it for like part of that particular image.
All right, so let's look at the copy here, Tracy. Build your brand and boost your business with images. I like that. You're telling them what they're going to be doing, what they're going to get out of it, building their brand and boosting their business. I might say using free images, using, well, the way it is fine. I'm just thinking about ways to improve. Discover how to drive gobs of laser-targeted traffic to your social media platforms. Gobs. I've never heard it referred to as gobs, but that is like clumps of traffic. It's an interesting way to say it, but
I
I like it.
have to tell you, I love the word gobs. I think I mean, I would use words like bazillion and gigunda, and like I always use these like ridiculously over the top words. I happen to like gobs. I think
Yeah, I like it. I've just never heard. People are like drive hordes or drive like a flow or rivers or whatever, but I've never heard gobs. Like I think of like a plop, like a sploosh of laser targeted traffic, which is great. So gobs it is to your social media platforms, maybe to get more leads and sales, to like just to let people know what they're going to get from that, get more eyes on your business. The growing trend is visual content. Show them what you've got. Get your creative on. I kind of like that.
I like that too, but I would maybe use something like visual marketing or visual. Don, talk again so I can see it.
Okay, visual.
Growing trend is visual content. I would be like visual content is hot.
Yes.
Like it's hot, it's sexy, it's where it's at, it's on fire. Like you don't want to be left behind. Like learn it now, get in.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let them know why visual content is important to them. Visual content is, and I bet that you can find a statistic on this, but visual content is actually getting more clicks on social media platforms. It gets more interaction, and you could probably find that statistic if you went Googling about for it. So that might be something you could throw down in there too. And yes, send me the free tools. I think that's a good call to action. Tracy, you?
Yeah, I always like it when you put it in like the first person. Yeah, I want it. Like send me the tools, or I've got to have these tools. Send them to me right now, or something like that, where it's, you know, it's the conversation that's going on in the person's head. So for everybody watching, if you have a lead magnet or you have an opt-in, you're just gonna have a higher response if your button is basically the prospect speaking to themselves. Okay, so sign up now or get it now is fine, but you're gonna have a higher response rate, like what Ginny has. Yeah, send it to me, versus um, sign up and I'll send it to you. So I hope you get that difference. But yeah, I think that's a good call to action. You could be a little bit more. I'm in a great mood because it's my party day, but I know Ginny, and Ginny's personality is really high energy. So Ginny, you could put even more. Those colors are perfect because they fit you. I think of you, Ginny, as somebody who's bright and vibrant and energetic, and your language can match that. So that would be my input. I just happen to know Ginny, so that makes it easier.
Yeah, so like Ginny, this is really good. It's
Yeah.
really good what you're doing here, and I know based on some other stuff that you've have been putting together your lead magnets and stuff. So it's awesome to see how far you've come with this. Looks like it's just a matter of tweaking your headlines a little bit and then sending some traffic. So it'll be interesting to see, and maybe on a future happy hour, Ginny, if you're open to it, you would maybe share the results of your advertising campaigns, or at least with the inner circle. That would be really cool. I'd love to. It's cool to see somebody go right from the beginning right through to see the results. Don't you think, Trace?
Yeah, I agree. And in fact, I had a little ADD moment because I'm paying attention to the comments. And Lori, that I was just talking about, just shared some tweaks that she made to her ad after, she put, we basically did this in the Inner Circle Mastermind. And she's already driven her cost per like down to 61 cents from, I think it was 99 cents earlier today, and her
Yeah.
click-through rate's over 4%. So that's huge. And now you're going to be driving, and I bet my gut is, Lori, is that you're going to start finding that your cost per like is going to start going down further and further and further. It's incredible. We had an ad that was doing incredibly well, and then Facebook Facebook decided that they didn't like the image of Don and I. They thought because we are thin and shapely, we were trying to promote something wrong. I have no idea. And they canceled our ad, and so I was so bummed, but we got it back up again, and it's already serving at 18 cents a like, which is incredible. So I'm excited because I really think that copy tweak, your response is going to go up. When your response goes up, Facebook likes it. Facebook rewards you with lower cost per like. So
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing too, is that Lori only posted that this morning. Tracy and I were able to get in there, and Tracy really gave some serious goodness as far as copywriting and little tweaks to that. So it probably took Lori, and you can respond in the comments, Lori. It probably took you 5 minutes, all of 5 minutes, to go and make that change, and you're gonna reduce your cost. It'll probably be down to like half of that by tomorrow, because what we've seen with our ads is that the price drops significantly over like a 24-hour period, I think. Is that what you're seeing, Tracy?
yeah,
And it's only been a couple hours.
yeah, sometimes sooner. I mean, Facebook really rewards if it's a good ad, if it's congruent, if the message is right. Um, Lori's click-through rate when we first started looking at it, it was pretty good. Okay, whenever you're running, I'm just gonna give you a free nugget because it's my birthday and I'm feeling generous and I've already been showered with love today like crazy. If you're running an ad campaign and your click-through rate is below 1%, I would seriously not let it run more than 24 hours. I really wouldn't. Like anything below 1% tends to be. I don't think it's going to perform that well. So I watch our ads, and if we're not getting, unless I want to test it a little bit longer. Now, the more you do Facebook ads, and this is only for those of you that are doing it, but the more you do it, the more you're going to start to develop an eye for what you need to let run a little bit longer. But typically, within that first 24 hours, if I'm not getting a click-through rate of over 1%, I pause the ad. I pause it so that I can maybe tweak my copy, I can tweak my image, I can tweak my audience, I can work on it. In fact, I usually start every ad campaign with 6 different images, and I will know usually not within 12 hours. I know which image is going to work the best, and I shut everything else off. So
Wow. I really, really hope you guys wrote that down because when it comes to ads, especially when you're on a budget, even spending $5 a day on ads can be scary. I know when I first started running ads, $5 a day would seem like, oh, if I get the ad wrong, I'm going to be wasting my money. But the cool thing is that within 24 hours, just like Tracy said, you really can get a good feel for whether your ad is performing well or not. So you don't have to be spending, you don't have to go through a whole month of spending $5 a day wasting money. You can drive your cost per like or your cost per lead down significantly just over a 24 to 48 hour period. So if you are running ads and you're seeing that they're performing poorly, then it would be a good idea maybe to have another set of eyes on it. You know, that's why we talk about mastermind groups so much. Get another set of eyes on it, somebody else who's in the same kind of industry or somebody else who understands Facebook ads. Have them look at it and see if there are some little tweaks. You know, with Lori, it was just I think it was just a little bit of a call to action was the only change, if I remember correctly.
I think, well, the biggest thing that I saw in that one, and we don't, we're not pulling it up right now because we leave those kinds of things in the mastermind. But it was really, when you looked at the sales copy, and here's another present for me to you guys. When you're writing your ads, you got to tell your ideal person, right? So if you went through our avatar training, if you went through all that, that's who you should be talking to when you create your ad. Now, when you're talking to them, you need to basically give them a reason why they're going to give you their precious like. Okay, we're always talking about, there's some things in marketing online that it's like a currency, right? You want to get the person's like, you want to get their engagement, you want to get their email. Like those are kind of like steps in dating, right? So, I've been married for a really long time. God, I'm only 21. I don't know how it's possible. But when you first start dating or courting or whatever it is, like there's steps, right? You don't, most people don't just like get married. Now, I know there are cases that happens, but that usually doesn't happen. And so with in the whole process, right? You're starting by like, I want you to like my page. So why should I like your page? What's in it? So tell me, what are you gonna get? Right? So that was the big sales copy that we rewrote for Lori. You know what's funny, Don? I had somebody the other day ask me if I would be willing to write sales copy, and they're like, oh, would you like write our sales copy for like $50? And I was like something like $50 an hour, and I was like, no, no, I get paid way more than that to write sales copy, and so that's one of the cool parts. Is that we're, if that's one of the needs that our inner circle has, for now, that's what we're doing. So good stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that part of it is we can just kind of jump in there and do whatever we can do. We are doing it. So if there's anybody else who would like to be featured in the hot seat, then go ahead and jump in there. But I want to show you guys something that Tracy and I have been doing, part of what we've been using to build our own list for happy hour, because I think that for those of you who are using lead pages, this is going to be really incredibly valuable for you to see this. Seeing somebody else's statistics and seeing what's working, that's why the hot seat, I think, has become so popular, is that you get to kind of get a bird's eye view of other people's marketing and see how it's working for them. This is working for us like crazy, and actually I'm just going to go to screen share and show it to you so that you can see.
Show me the money. I mean, if you guys think that these hats are hilarious, I know this is so ADD for Dawn with this going on. It's kind of for me too, but
no, the hats are okay. The backgrounds were messing me up though. It couldn't happen. Okay, so we're looking at my lead pages account here, and you can see this is our happy hour, right? And it's converting for everyone who sees it. And we had run it through Tracy's lead pages account for a little while, but for every person who sees it, 35% of those people are opting in. So 35% opt-in rate is pretty high. We did have it all the way up to, I think that was as high as 45% at one point, I think on Tracy's account. Mm-hmm. But this page is working like crazy. So let me show it to you. And I think it was Tamira who was here one day showing a page, was similar to this one. But what I'm showing you right now is our happy hour. I don't know why that's showing zeros. Oh, because it's already live. That's why.
You silly.
Because it's already live. So I'll change that up to be ready for Tuesday. But anyways, this page is the lead magnet that we have been using. And I think that the reason that it has converted so well is because it is a live event. Tracy and I have been talking a little bit, next week you'll hear us talk about live events on the podcast. But we've been talking a little bit about live events and what a great lead magnet they are. This has been one of the best lead magnets that we've ever used. Right, Traci?
Hands down. I mean, it's just absolutely, it's so live events. Live events are so huge, and we just can't stress it enough. I mean, I would really love to see, all of you who are regulars here find a way to come up with some kind of a live event that you can do. And maybe, maybe you're not ready to do the live event, but maybe you can take what you've learned and you can pull your upline and you can have them do a live event. All you need is a video camera and some internet, a little bit of Wi-Fi, and you're good to go.
Yeah, super easy, guys. And if you're not quite at the point where you can do an online event, you're not quite ready to do that, but you could sit down, record it, and then have people come to it, you can still use a page like this. I think some people they don't use the webinar pages in their lead pages account because they're like, I can't do that, a webinar, I can't do that. All you need to do is take the live out and leave it as online event. Nobody's going to know that it's not live. Nobody's going to know. There'll be a few people who are really savvy who will show up and be like, oh, this is pre-recorded. But for the most part, as long as what you put down in here, okay, so we said free social media marketing training and a happy hour fun. And when you go down here, we've got some bullet points. So if a person doesn't join just based on this, because they're going to get some free training, we've got some bullet points down here. If you make your bullet points juicy enough, people are going to show up. They don't care if it's recorded. They don't care. They just want the information. That's what they're showing up for. So I just wanted to share that.
There's a statistic that says that something like 80% of the people who register for a live webinar don't show up. So, I mean, that's a huge statistic. And I'll tell you what, you guys, I don't know the exact numbers for us because sometimes it's hard for me to tell how many people are watching live. But we literally, we have probably 80% of our viewers are watching recorded. They're not with us live. I mean, we have people from all over the world watching this happy hour every week, and a lot of times this is the middle of the night for them. So it's really cool. The key is just to do it and get it out there.
And while I'm here, I'm going to show you guys how you edit a lead page because I need to change that date anyways. If you guys aren't using lead pages yet, hey Traci, what's the date on Tuesday?
It is the 12th.
The 12th, and then over here I'm going to click and I'm going to say the 12th at 2 p.m. Done. Okay, so I've just updated this, so now anybody who comes to the page is going to see the updated date and time. And so that, my friends, is how you have an evergreen offer and you can continue to use your webinar page over and over and over. And just a little secret, we've been running this same page since April.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Works like gangbusters. So that was just that's a little birthday gift from Traci and I to you guys because we want you guys to have crazy raging success when it comes to collecting leads and all that good stuff. And we really, really hope that you are working hard to collect leads. We've talked a lot about what an asset that is, your mailing list. So why don't you guys leave in the comments what autoresponder you're using? I'd be interested to see what autoresponder is being used by our audience because Traci is AWeber and I am like a diehard GetResponse fan.
Yeah, it's really kind of funny because if we're ever trying to, get some information out to the list and we're doing it for each other, I know the first time I sent an email out on Dawn's behalf through her GetResponse, I was like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. And Dawn is like, I went into your AWeber account and I was reminded why I hate it. There's no right or wrong. I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, but it is really important that you start developing a list. And so for some of you, it might be time. Now, I know, Dawn, GetResponse is a free account up to the first 250, correct?
I think it's a trial. It's a free trial up to, I think you can have up to 250 or 500 people in your first month.
Okay.
So most people don't get to that in their first month. So I think that's pretty good. So it's a 30-day free trial. And then I think it's $12 a month for like 2,500 contacts.
How much a month?
$12 a month.
Oh,
if you pay for a year, and if not, it's 15. It's way cheaper. It's way cheaper than AWeber.
I'm spending like $29 a month. It's $19 a month for the intro for AWeber, and then once you hit a certain level, you pay $29. So I'm at the $29 level, but yeah. So it's super important, you guys. I would highly suggest GetResponse is a better financial deal. So I would get yourself set up. This is something you should be doing. Like we've been walking you through so many different things. It's time to get that set up and really start using it. And I think it sounds to me like Get Response is the way to go.
Yeah, it's also really cool for people who are like creative types because it's such a visual experience and Get Response. And I also love that you have the ability to schedule everything out like on a calendar instead of having it in a list. It's in a calendar, so you know exactly how often people are going to get emails. It's beautiful. Anyways, I digress. Guys, anything that you hear us talking about on Happy Hour that we endorse and that we use, you can always find it on our resources page. All you need to do to find that is to go to happyhourhangouts.com/resources, and you'll see everything that we use listed there. We break down the pros and cons of it so you know exactly what to expect. Anything we talk about here.
Now, Don, if we don't have any other, which it's silly that we wouldn't have any other hot seats, but that's okay. What I would suggest, okay, is let's hop into, okay, oh, look we've got Melissa uses Aweber, Leslie uses Rapid Mailer on my own hosting through my blog domain. I am not familiar with that one. Are you, Don?
I'm not familiar with that one, but I will tell you I do have some experience with. Now, that's not true. Rapid Mailer, IMSC. Yes, I do. I have it. I have it. I find that well, it's good for when your Aweber or your Get Response goes down, but I would never rely on it for to build my total list.
Okay. So we've talked a lot about building your social media following. Okay. So building, a couple of weeks ago, I think I taught how to track it, how to track your success. You have to have a target. It's very, very, very important. And it's funny because this morning at breakfast, when everybody barged in and we had our maple glazed bacon donuts, so good, so good. My friend Chad challenged me and he said, most people wait until New Year's to set resolutions and to create goals for the next year. He's like, you should do it today. He's like, I think, he said to me, I think 2014, this next year of your life is going to be the best year of your life. And I want to know what you're working for, just because it'll inspire me, and then we'll hold you accountable. And I was like, whoa, that really, I wasn't expecting to do that today. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to work on that later. And the reason I tell you that story is because it's important that you have goals, and one of your goals should be your list. Okay, it should be your list. There is a rule of thumb that for every email subscriber, you should be earning $1. So if you have 1,000 email subscribers, you should be making $1,000 a month in your business. Now, some of you are going to do way better than that, and some of you are going to do way worse than that. But I think if you're part of Happy Hour, you're going to do way better than that. So you need to set a goal. You need to set a goal and be deliberate. We've really nailed down growing the social media audience, and now Dawn and I have become obsessed about growing the list. Wouldn't you agree, Dawn?
Obsessed. Crazy obsessed. And it's cool too because the more channels that you have bringing traffic towards your list builders, the faster your list can grow. So we're seeing some really cool list growth. We'll have to teach about more lead capture stuff on one of these happy hours because I think that's a really high value thing, and I think it stops a lot of people up.
Yeah, it really does. And so I want to encourage you guys to set some goals along with me. Spend some time thinking about. I've asked you a few episodes ago to really make a decision and set a target for the remainder of the year for your social media channels. Okay, it starts with building the audience, right? The audience, then that is where you get the leads from, converting into leads, and then from the leads is when you're going to get conversions into buyers. People joining your team, people buying your products. That's what you're looking for, right? That whole process. So it's super important. And once you start to understand where your goals should be and what your numbers are, so let's. Oh, I'm back. Lost me for a minute. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're still good.
So weird. So for every 100 fans, let's say every 100 fans you get one person opts into your list, and for every 100 that opt into your list, one buys. All right. So I don't know if those are the right numbers, but that's kind of how you start to figure things out, right? So if you want to get a buyer, if you want to get one buyer, you need 100 leads, and if you need 100 leads, you need like 1,000 fans. Okay, so you can kind of back up the numbers. So it's important that you start to think that through. That'll help you set your targets for the leads that you want to be growing in your AWeber. And then the other thing I want to talk about, we talked a little bit about when we were sharing Lori, right? Lori's stats, and she was so gracious to share them in the comments. And Lori, thank you for your kind words about our inner circle. But what's really, really important is once you start to understand the value, the lifetime value of a customer. Somebody joins your business and they get on an auto ship and they buy every single month. And you start to be able to understand if the value of a customer is $100. Okay, so for every person you make, well, that wouldn't be true. Let's say the lifetime value is $500. So for every new customer, you know they're going to net you $500 over their lifetime of doing business with you. You'll probably not blink. You wouldn't think twice about spending $20 to acquire one customer. And when you start to know those numbers, and I know that's a goal that I have for the social media marketing happy hours, to get my arms around those numbers so that we can know, hey, I don't mind spending $25 to get a lead, because a lead converts to a client of ours, and then that turns into X number of dollars over the lifetime. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. I don't usually drink beer, and I definitely don't drink in the afternoon, so hopefully that's okay.
No, you're good. It made so much sense, and I think that that's something that a lot of people don't like. If you're hearing my voice and you're seeing my face, go and write down how many subscribers you need to get. Okay, like break it down like Traci said, start with the end in mind. If you want to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, like if you're just brand new and you just, let's say you're literally opening up your GetResponse account today and you want to be at 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, well, you need to break that down by how many days are left in the year, and that means you need to get that many subscribers every single day. And then how do you do it? Well, you get yourself a nice lead magnet, you start advertising, and you're not going to know your numbers. Like what Traci was talking about, you're not going to know your numbers until you start marketing. You can't know your numbers until you start marketing, because you're not going to know how many people are going to convert into customers and convert into sales. So you kind of have to start where you're at.
Agreed. And there's a couple things for me that are just priceless that I will always, always, always invest my finances into. Number one is my education, whether it be a course or a mastermind or a coach, because you are your greatest, you're going to get your greatest return on investment in you, always, hands down. I've been teaching my 8-year-old goddaughter that she has to go to school, she has to get good grades, but her teachers will never, ever, ever teach her as much as she can learn by reading and by other things, right? So I'm a huge believer in that. But the second thing that I don't bat an eye investing our dollars into is our ads, because the return on that can be so tremendous. So not everybody's there yet, not everybody's ready, but those are the things that, if you're going to set time aside, I mean, you know, there's tools, and tools are good. Like we use tools and we love tools, but you can make up in sheer grind and blood, sweat, and tears, right? With hard work, if you don't have the cash to put in tools, you should always put the cash into getting better at what you do, increasing your skills, and then they're yelling happy birthday. I'm live on the happy hour. They're all walking in front of me. They're like, happy birthday, let's go to the pool.
I know, we can hear them. You can totally hear them yelling in the window.
I love my family. Anyway,
yeah, sweet.
What was I saying, Don? I had a little moment of ADD there.
No, you're fine.
Investing in yourself, and then investing in advertising dollars when you're ready. Okay, when you're ready to do that, it's a good return. Especially if you're doing it right.
I think the sooner, though, that you can embrace the fact that you're going to be able to grow your business that much faster by making those investments. So even if it's starting off with an ad budget of $5 a day, so that you can start building that list. Because the thing about it is, there's all kinds of, like, they're quote-unquote free ways of getting traffic to your lead pages and free ways of building your list, but they're not free. They cost you time. And chances are that if you're doing this business, you're already pretty busy. You probably already have a job. You probably have kids. You might have kids. You've got other interests in your life. You don't want to be hanging out in forums all day, hanging out in Facebook all day, pitching people your business, right? So it makes sense then to leverage, if you have some extra money, if you've got an extra $5 a day that you can spend, then this is a business. You kind of have to, at some point, be okay with investing into your business.
Agreed. Agreed. So, all right, Don, do we have any other hot seat? I'm looking on my email. I got nothing in my email. And then let's see if there's anything in the chat because we're gonna do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna start putting names on a piece of paper to do our drawing and our giveaway.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I wasn't gonna do a draw.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I was just gonna pick.
Oh, okay. Well, you made it. It's your decision to give it away your incredible course. I'm gonna let you do however you want to do it.
Well, I was gonna give it away based on the awesomeness of the comment.
Okay.
To be honest, because I did request specifically a heartfelt comment.
You did. You sure did.
Give me a minute. Keep talking, Tracy. I'm gonna take a look through here and see who has given you the birthday wishes. You guys still have a second to leave a heartfelt birthday wish. Tracy loves this stuff.
I eat it up. You know what? So my mom, like literally, she taught me that your birthday is your personal national holiday, and so I love Christmas. I love all like the big holidays, but you got to share them with everybody else. And I was like, this is my day. So this is like the one day of the year that I am such a spoiled brat. So I love it. I love it.
Okay, so I take it back. You're gonna have to draw.
All right. Well, then let me keep going with my pieces of paper. Don, while I'm doing that, I know there's a couple that I was like, gosh, Ginny called me hot and sexy for 21, and Belinda.
I was gonna go with Ginny. I saw that one and I was like, Ginny wins because she said you were hot and sexy.
Read down, and Belissa and Cindy. I mean, there's just some.
Okay, so put the following names into the draw. We don't have to draw everybody's. We're gonna take the best top comments.
All right.
So Belissa.
We're gonna give Leslie the link too. All right, hold on. Let me rip them up.
You know what's crazy? This is Tony's first live social media marketing happy hour.
Isn't that crazy? And Tony is in our mastermind, and she's been crushing it and setting stuff up and stepping out of her comfort zone. And I'm so excited because I think she's going to do great things. This little mastermind is we knew it was going to be great, but it is just getting to be awesome. So, okay. So who am I writing down? I'm writing down Belissa.
Just 1 second here. My page refreshed.
Ginny.
Belissa, Ginny, Cindy.
Right.
Those are the ones that I think are really the top of the top, unless I'm missing something. So Cindy, Belissa. I think that's who we're going with. Cindy, Belissa, and Ginny. So that's our big top three.
All right, so I'm going to put it, okay, can you see me in my, this is my bowl. I put them in here. I'm going to mix them all up. So do you like my bright hot colors?
It looks like it's right on top of your head and that you're...
Right. These are my birthday presents today. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Yay!
Yay who? I can't read it. Oh,
Ginny!
Ginny, you win. Ginny, send me. Oh, I have your email address. I'm just going to set you up. You'll get an email from me, and it's going to give you access to the course and all those 30 new videos that have just been posted. So, yay! Happy birthday, Tracy.
You're amazing. And Don, I want to do one more thing. Can we do one more thing?
Okay.
Before I go to the pool.
Yes.
I took a shower for happy hour, and now I'm going to go in the pool and I'm going to play with the kids because it's just how I roll. So here's what I want to do. We filled up last week. We rolled out our Inner Circle membership, and we said for the first, like for anybody that joined while we were on happy hour, that they would get not only the happy hour, but they would get a 30-minute coaching session with us. And we just started scheduling all of them today. I'm super excited. Next week we're going to be doing all of these strategy sessions. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it, especially because I know Rick's got surgery on Monday. I just am looking forward to a diversion because it helps me to not believe. So here's what I want to do, Don. I want to do something special, and I didn't tell you about this beforehand, but I want to open this up even to people who catch the replay. So if you're watching this and it's a replay and you want to join our mastermind, anybody that joins by midnight Pacific on August the 7th, my birthday, anybody that joins our mastermind, and we have to put up the link because it's the Inner Circle link.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So anybody that joins the mastermind, and Dawn, I will do, we'll make it work in our schedules. But if I have to do extra, I'll do extra because I'm feeling generous. So anyone who joins our inner circle mastermind today, and can I take 10, Dawn? Or is that too
Dude.
many?
You might be working extra hard. No, I like doing these calls, so it's fine. 10
Okay. So
total tops.
we'll take up to 10. Anybody that joins by midnight Pacific today. So if you're watching this replay tonight or whatever the case may be, then we're gonna add you into that list of people who are gonna get that 30-minute coaching session with us. So I don't see why we shouldn't. I'm just feeling so happy. And
I think that beer, I shouldn't have let you drink a beer. I wrote in the email, things are gonna get crazy. And I didn't know you were gonna start throwing down, being like, "Hey Don, P.S. Let me commit you to some extra calls." That's.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it's definitely a time of ours, but we are just so excited already with what's happening in this group, and it's just so cool because like just reading already the comments like with what what Ginny has said and what Lori has said, and it's just very, very exciting, and I know that we're just going to continue to get better and better, and Dawn and I are tweaking this as we go, but so I definitely want to do it. So she'll probably kill me if I do any more than that. So 10, you have until midnight today, the 7th of August, midnight Pacific. So if you're on the East Coast, that's, what is that, 3 a.m.? Anyway, I'm super, super excited. If you're ready to do it, I know there are some of you that were ready last week. The timing wasn't right. Hopefully this helps you. It's my gift to you on my birthday. I think we should do it.
Yes, you're right. We should do it. I was just thinking about the inner circle. Give me a second here. I kind of went a little ADD here.
Oh my gosh, Dawn and I are so terrible. You guys should see we try to record our podcasts. If you haven't listened to today's podcast, definitely listen to it because I know we were going to talk about some of it a little bit today. But we talk a lot about social media don'ts, and so it's so important. I got a friend request from somebody that I know that's really successful in a company, and it was like, it's such a social media don't. I was like, oh, it's so bad. Hopefully she listens to our podcast.
Can I just talk about a social media don't for a second?
Yeah.
And it's not a don't that's like that's not like, but I from time to time get people who I haven't really spoken much to before who will send me a message that says, "Hey, can we get together for a drink?" Or, "Hey, can we get together for a coffee?" And I've had no interaction with that person, and it makes me so uncomfortable to have to say no, because I'm not going to go and spend time having coffee with people that I don't know before I get to know them. So don't do that. Don't do that.
It's true. It's true. It makes people, yeah. That it's good to say, hey, sometimes it would be great to get together. Put a feeler out to see. But sometimes people have a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff going on. So.
Yeah, and it's not that I wouldn't get together for coffee with people who are in my area, because I'm totally into actually face to face getting together. Like we've done some of those the Simple Freedom events down at the beach, and those are amazing. But that's kind of where that's your first step, is like meeting somebody in kind of a public setting before you would ask them to like just hang out with you one-on-one. So anyways, I just thought I'd put that out there because I've had more than one. I've had a few actually in just the last couple of weeks where I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, sometimes if you don't know, I always say that when we know better, we do better. So, all right. Well, Dawn, you got the link there on your underneath your name. I should probably put it on mine too. I'm just having such a good time. I put it in the comments. So definitely make sure if you are wanting to join our inner circle, we're going to add that free 30-minute strategy session with Dawn or myself. In the next like the first week or two after you join, depending upon how booked up we get. But we're super, super stoked. Dawn, thank you for letting me offer that up for my birthday.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. Whatever you want on your birthday, you shall have it.
Yay!
It's like, wait, that's what your mom's like, Tracy, have everything. It's your special day. Take the day off.
Blew my phone up. She blew my Facebook up. You got like 3 packages. It's just crazy. I love my mom. She's great. And you know what? I hope you guys love your mom too. If your mom's still alive, send her a note. Tell her how much you love her, because it's just good to love your mom.
Yeah. So guys, next week, because we're coming into the weekend again, So have a wonderful weekend. But next week, we're going to be doing some stuff. I really, and Tracy, you can tell me if I'm off base here, but I think we should really get into some serious lead generation strategies because that has really been on my heart. It's been on my mind that one of the things that I did wrong in the beginning with my own business is that I did not build a list. And so especially if you're brand new here, we want to just get things started off the right way for you, have you building an asset and something that can pay you forever. Because like Tracy said earlier, that every person who is on your list should equate to about $1, but she said about $1, but it's $1 per month. $1 per month.
Yeah.
So the bigger you can build your list, potentially the more money that you can be making. And it's because you want to make more money and you want to be more prosperous in your business and more successful in your business. And so let's talk about that next week. Let's do some serious lead generation stuff.
I think that's a fantabulous idea. So let's do that. We appreciate you guys being here, whether you're with us live. And congratulations to Ginny, and for those of you that were here live, because you never know what we're going to pull out. I mean, clearly this is a special day. And we're going to bring some great stuff. Make sure that you're checking out our podcast, because Don and I have been throwing down some stuff in that podcast in 15 minutes. We did some recording last night for next week. I'm super stoked about that. So go there, and then, again, if you're on the fence for our Inner Circle, do it. Join us. Get your team members. I know a couple people have team members that they are going to have join the Inner Circle with us, because we can train your team to do social media, to get more leads, to get more sales, to build your business. I'm excited for you guys, and I can't tell you, this audience has warmed my heart so much that I would be willing to do something I've never done before in my life. So thank you, Dawn. Thank you to everybody that was here with us live. Thank you to the over 300 people that have wished me a happy birthday today. Where can you have that? Who had that before social media? That is just, my mom was like, did you see how many people said happy birthday to you on your Facebook page? She doesn't understand it, but she loves it. So anyhow, you guys are great.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for being here to celebrate our dearest Tracy's birthday. She just gives and gives and gives, even on her own birthday. So awesome that you guys could be here live with us. Congrats, Jenny, and we will see you on Tuesday.
Mwah. See everybody.